Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So let's talk about the power of the voice today, sister. And oh my God, I have the coolest fucking story to share with you. This is the best. And I wish I could share this lifetime. I would actually do a Facebook Live about this. I think this is how powerful of a message needs to be shared from my experience. But yet, it involves a Christmas gift for my husband. And he will see it. And or some of you motherfuckers might tell him. You might reach out to him and go, hey, guess what your wife's getting for you? And wreck it all. So, I love you. I may not trust you. So here we are. This is actually coming out after Christmas. So this is after the fact. So there's no challenges of you spilling the beans with this one. So let me share with you what happened. So my husband and I, we've been together for actually 25 years today. As I record this podcast episode, I'm doing a whole bunch of episodes right now to get ready for the holidays. We met 25 years ago today in a bar. Isn't that amazing? 25 years that we've been together, married for 17. And, there's been a lot of gifts that have been given. And there's a lot of things that, we simply have in our life that we're very thankful, very grateful for. So it makes it a little bit harder sometimes to shop, come up with something unique and different and something thoughtful. And when I came to, and I said, hey, babe, give me some ideas for Christmas. He's like, I don't really need anything. You're just doing that thing, right? We're like, how does that help me right now? Fine, you're going to get another pair of Lulu pants. You're getting another Lululemon jacket, one of the tech shirts, that's what you want. Fine. So this is the big gift that I'm giving for him, and I'll share with you the story leading up to this. So, as it's leading up to, last night we were out Christmas shopping. We had a sitter doing some Christmas shopping for the kids. We were in a Marshall's. That it's in Canada, they have them called Winners. It's just a whole bunch of random shit. And, brand name stuff and not brand name and random shit. And so we're looking around, we actually scored. We found some good toys and some stuff for the kids, so that was great. It was the last ditch because we were in a mall. I'm like, oh God, this mall sucks. I love Victoria. Shopping, not so much. Cool, some boutique-y kind of shops and stuff, but everything closes here early in Victoria, and it was last night. So, as we're looking around, I happen to see out of the corner of my eye a vinyl album. And the album is a Canadian band called Our Lady Peace, which even if you're not in Canada, you may have heard of the band. Amazing band. They were around the time of grunge for us. And we've been around grunge? Nah, maybe. Yeah, they came out around the time of grunge. They considered a grunge band. So early mid-90s. And I see this album, Our Lady Peace. And it's what I know to have been their last album, which is this one with a song called Clumsy. I think it's actually the title of the album as well, too. I should know. I just fucking bought it. But let me tell you the story of this. So I see this out of my corner of the eye, and it's just kind of it's, again, you're in a Marshall's or that kind of a store, and it's just random, it's under something. And I happened to see it and just kind of took a little that's kind of interesting. Oh, yeah, that's that album. That was such a good album. And so we're driving home, and I mentioned to my husband, and I go, it's the craziest thing. I saw this album. I'm like, first of all, albums in a Marshall's, just, again, the random shit that's there. And then on top of that, it's a band that we've both enjoyed and liked their music. And he's like, did you know that they're actually, this is so cool, they're touring right now. But he goes, here's the deal. They're touring really, really small venues, nothing big. So we're naming some places that we know, where we used to live in St. Albert next to Edmonton. It's a small, smaller venue called the Jubilee. It's not teeny small, but it's not where the Oilers play hockey and they've got the big, stadium concerts. And they go, yeah, they're coming to Abbotsford, which is a small city kind of outside of Vancouver. I'm like, that's kind of interesting. He goes, yeah, they're also touring with Matthew Good. He's like, I love that guy. I've always wanted to see him in concert. And so I'm like, ding, 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 ding. My whole thing of I don't really know what I'm going to get for Ed. which I wasn't stressing about. I'm like, there's always something that I can get him. Like, I'm really not that stressed about it. I'm not creating stories about it. It was this weird, and just so you know, like, I'm not someone who leaves shopping until the last minute. Here we are now. Last night was the 19th. Today's December 20th. Like, for me, that's some last minute shit. Like, I just don't like it. I don't do the malls. Most of the stuff we do is online, so it's just unusual. We even went into a mall last night. It's just not something that we normally do. But yet we went in, and this, again, going into Marshalls, it was like, okay, we couldn't find anything. Any of the smaller, like, local stores, like the local toy stores, everything's closed. So I'm like, you know what, let's just hit the Marshalls. It's probably shit, but let's just go in. Like, we got time, the sitter's still there. Almost like we have time, because if we go home too early, now the kids are awake. And so when we have a sitter, it's like, it is a blessing and a gift to have somebody put my children to bed 1 or 2 days a week. Like, it is awesome. So I'm like, we are not messing this shit up. So we got to stay up. Let's go hit Marshalls. And I see this album in the corner of my eye. Again, could have taken this, right? And just been like, oh, like random, right? But something was telling me to share that with Ed. And so we're driving home and I share the story. And then he happens to share with me that, oh yeah, by the way, they're touring. It'd be so cool to see them in concert. Now, I don't know if he really got that or not, right? I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then that was it. So then we get home. I go online. Ed's online checking. I go online. I'm like, oh, there's the tickets. And then check this out too. They have like VIP tickets, which aren't even really like, you pay up a couple extra $100, but you get to do like the sound check. You get a group photo with the band, like all sorts of really cool shit. So I decided last night, I'm like, that's it. I'm like looking at the date because I know we've got some things coming up next year. And so it's March 31st. I'm like, there's nothing else going on. We're back from a big seminar conference. I'm like, it's cool. We'll get a sitter, go to Abbotsford. I don't know, actually, I can't remember how close Abbotsford is to Vancouver. I don't know if we can catch an Uber or a cab or something, go back, stay overnight in Vancouver, and then go home the next day. And I'm like, this is amazing. Went online. Tickets aren't even really that expensive as far as concerts go. And then I'm upgraded to VIP. So then, but here's the cooler piece, right? So I'm like, oh, this is so cool. But you know, you get concert tickets now, right? Like, you just print it up. There's not like, you don't have like the physical ticket really that often anymore. So I'm like, I need to go back and find that album that was in a random fucking place in Marshalls. So as this morning, Kai was up last night. You know, I didn't get up quite as early as I normally did. Things were kind of shifted. Another project I was working on for our 25th anniversary from when we first met. I'm watching a video of that. Like, just a lot of stuff going on today as we're leading up to kids being off of school for 2 weeks, and then we go to Maui the week after that, trying to figure out how we're, like, you know, it's just like everything's going to work out. There's just been this insane feeling of trust. And it's not a blind trust kind of thing. It's just like, so, you know, when I decided, I'm like, oh, you know, it'd be really cool. I go back and I find that vinyl album and I put the tickets inside of it. So he's got to kind of open up and then he'll see the tickets, right? And I may even too, like, book a hotel and I'll put that inside. I mean, we'll kind of see. At least we'll just kind of, you know, do the tickets. We can get hotel and shit like that afterwards. And so, and I'm thinking, but I'm like, it's Christmas. There's shit everywhere. It's now December 20th. We're getting close. We're into the 2s now, right? The 20s. You get closer, the malls get crazy up until the 23rd and the 24th kind of dies off, and then it's Christmas. So I'm like, I'm going to find that album. But I've already decided that if the album's not there, I'm like, it's okay. We'll just figure out something else or just put the tickets in an envelope, print them up, like whatever, it's fine. But I'm determined. So I go into the Marshalls. Can't find anyone to help me because there's like big long lineups and so mostly they're out there, you know, kind of at the cashiers. So I find this guy and I go, look, I got a really weird question. It's random. He's like, let's hear it. So I tell him, he goes, oh yeah, I saw that. But here's something even cooler, right? So this all goes from me seeing the album to mentioning it to Ed happened to getting wind of, we don't go to a lot of concerts, getting wind of like, oh yeah, they're touring, it would be amazing to see them, and they're touring with Matthew Good, who I love, and I would love to see him in concert, I never have, to me going online saying, holy shit, we can actually meet the band? Like, this is amazing. Let's be there for sound check. We've never done anything, like really create an experience for him. And then I go back to the store and I find the guy, we find the album, and he goes, just so you know, he goes, that is, it's like I've been to a lot of concerts. I've seen them in concert. He goes, they sounded the best out of any band I've ever seen. They were actually true to the album. You know, some will change it up, or like they can sound great in the album, but because of all the different effects and stuff, and they smooth out sounds, and everybody sounds a little better. It's like an Instagram filter, right? Everybody looks a little prettier and brighter and perkier, and, you know, same thing with a lot of albums. And he goes, man, they are so good in concert. And he goes, oh, and I saw Matthew Good too. Phenomenal. I'm like, what are, again, we could do the thing of what are the odds of a guy who, like, number one, I find someone to help me. Number two, he knows exactly where the album is. Because he's like, oh, I saw that, and then we put it up here with the other ones, the other kind of random volume. It's just on like a table of, again, like just random shit. And then on top of that, he's actually seen both of these bands in concert, right? So this is the power of listening to the voice. This is the power of it. I live my life so much these days now, sister, listening simply to the voice and following. And when I feel that urge to like connect with someone or email or to post something, it is always the right thing to do. And I know that a lot of you hear the voice speak to you. You have that knowing, that like intuition, that like, I should do this, I should try this, I should create this, and you stop. Because you're afraid. Because you think, who am I to do this? Who am I to do this big thing? Who am I to do the small thing? Or even just like, who am I? Like, I don't know. Maybe I should ask a bunch of people first. And then you talk yourself out of that, and then you forget about it, and like, it's done. Do you know how many of you connect with me and say, I don't even know how you did it, Karen, but holy fuck, your podcast episodes, it's like you're speaking to me. It's like you're inside my brain. What the fuck? Do you have cameras on me? Like, how do you do that? And I'm not some kind of like psychic magician here. But when the voice speaks, I listen and then I follow. And it's not a blind follow. You just need to know this. The voice, the answers that you're looking for, that inner knowing, that GPS, like it is there inside of you. The answers are there inside of you. The what to do will come to you. But it's only going to happen when you trust, you listen to the voice, and you follow. So here's your more tip for today, sister. Where has the voice told you to do something, say something, create something where you've said, I just should, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I can't. I'm not ready. I'm not enough. Who am I? And what is one action step you can take in the next 24 hours to actually do that thing? What is it? Journal both of those. And there are still some journals that I have available, and I would love to gift one to you. This is your gift for the new year, sister. Make 2018 fucking amazing. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to send it for free. Some other really cool Women Wanting More swag over at drkarenosborne.com/free journal. In the show notes on your phone, you can click on the links, and there'll be a clickable link like right in there. So click on the show notes. And in addition, make sure that you're on the Women Wanting More newsletter. This is your VIP access to everything Women Wanting More. Everybody that's on that list, that community, that tribe, gets first dibs on everything. And I'm creating all sorts of amazing things in 2018, including a one-day live event, or maybe 2 days. Completely different than I've ever done before. But only those on inside the VIP access to the Women Wanting More community will find out about it first. So head over to drkarenosborne.com, drkarenosborne.com. Enter in your email when you see my big mug, when you go into the website. And also send you the More For Action Guide and to learn how to start your day in power. So I will talk to the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you, and listen to the voice.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborne.com/newsletter.